What's happening, ITP? Paranormal Phil here. So glad you joined me as we take another look into the paranormal. So before we get started, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to get notified when I post my next video. Also, be sure to share this video with all your paranormal friends. So before we get started, down in the description down below, there will be a PayPal link where you can donate to support Into the Paranormal to help me make more videos such as this. Also, you can donate there to help me bring Talk in the Night back on the airwaves to bring you great guests, great content, and all around great topics. So be sure to donate and support Into the Paranormal and Talk in the Night. So let's get into the topic of this video. So thank you for joining me for this special presentation of Into the Paranormal. In this video, we're going to talk about my good friend David Oman and the event that he has coming up this weekend, Friday and Saturday, August 21st and 22nd, live from the Oman House, his home. It's going to be a virtual Paracon and ghost investigation. Now, in this event, he's going to have Barry Tav, Chris Fleming, and some people that you may or may not know. If you've ever been to the Oman House, you might recognize some of them. Unfortunately, I will not be there because I'm a good almost 1,200 miles away in Texas. But if I was out in California, I would be there at this event to help with this virtual Paracon and ghost investigation. However, in this video, we're going to talk about the event. We're going to play some clips from his YouTube channel, and I'm going to show you some videos that I was a part of. Some of them I was in, some I wasn't in. I can tell you firsthand stuff that you're going to see on these videos. Some of it I've experienced firsthand myself, either personally witnessing it or monitoring on 16 to 24 cameras when David Oman used to do ghost investigation tours before the whole pandemic started. So let's get into this. Also, before we start, in the description down below, I'm going to leave links to where you can purchase tickets for this event. The tickets are only $10 a piece, so not a whole lot of money. I'm going to leave a link to where you can pick up his book, Ghost of Cielo Drive, The Afterlife of Sharon Tate and the Spirits of the Oman House. I'm also going to leave I believe it's on the same site as where you can purchase the tickets. You might be able to get his shirt, House at the End of the Drive, and his hat, if he still has those available. I happen to be wearing the shirt and hat that I got for helping with those tours. Now, let's get into some of the videos and talk about this event. So if you've never been to the Oman House, you might recognize his house from such paranormal TV shows such as Ghost Adventures, AFTERSHOCKS, Ghost Hunters, Paranormal Witness, Haunted History, and My Ghost Story. Alright, so the first video I'm going to play from the David Oman YouTube channel is this video of David Oman talking about what is coming up this weekend, the event that he has going on, and what to expect. So let's get into that video.
This is David Oman coming to you live from the Oman House. I've got the paranormal event for this summer. That's right. We're going to be doing a virtual Paracon and ghost investigation here from the Oman House on Friday, August 21st and Saturday, August 22nd. And you are all invited. That's right, from the comfort of your home or wherever you want to be, you can watch and stream live from this house here in the Oman House, down the street from Sharon Tate's, and enjoy this event. That's right, you can stay where you are and enjoy it. There'll be video clips like this.
Okay, so now I had to break in because I don't want a community guideline strike or a copyright strike, even though I know David would have no problem with me sharing videos of from his YouTube channel. So I had to break in just a moment, and he's going to show you some events that have been captured on video.
Like Dr. Barry Taff, Lance Henriksen, and a few other famous people as well that you might recognize. So come and join us. With thekingsofhorror.com, we present the Oman House Live Paracon 2020. Theomanhouse.com for tickets. Thank you very
All right, and so you see right there, that's a link where you can get tickets. I will leave a link in the description down below where you can go and get those tickets. All right, so he showed you some clips. I'm going to show you some clips that I was part of, and I was helping run the tours, and I was monitoring the cameras. But this is in the earthen wall room at the Oman House. And you can see people sitting in there and watch what happens.
Amazing job with it. Remember the kid running around and
Now I'm gonna pause real quick because if you see this lady where I got this arrow right here next to the guy, she's gonna get up in a moment and she's gonna think that there's an earthquake happening. Well, I can tell you firsthand there was no earthquake happening that night.
Japanese or Chinese garden in the middle of Australia. Like,
So he loved your mom.
Of course he loved What?
Earthquake.
What?
You didn't feel that?
Okay, so what she felt was actually the chair shaking. She thought there was an earthquake, and he's like, thought she got scared and was trying to run out. He was like, come back, it's not that scary. But she felt the chair shake as far as what I remember her telling me and telling David that she felt like an earthquake and was moving the ground, and it was possibly just her chair. But I can tell you, being down in that earthen wall room, there's quite a bit of activity there.
Can you stay with me? You didn't feel that move?
You okay?
There wasn't an earthquake right now?
Was that from in there?
Yes. I felt
feel
an
an
earthquake. You guys didn't feel it?
No, it sounded like somebody fell down the stairs or fell through the floor.
Okay, so nobody else felt the ground move. It was just her. So I believe it was her chair move, but of course the camera does not go down at that angle to show the chair that she was sitting in. But definitely she felt the ground move. Let's get into the next video clip. All right, so in this video, I'm a part of this video here, and I can tell you exactly what happened. Now, I think there's no sound to this video. There might be, I can't remember, but let's move it up a little bit. But if you see the guy standing right here with the ball cap, that's me. And everything like that. We had a couple ladies down there on the tour, the seance. I can't remember if the seance had started yet or not, but I don't think it had. But the ladies were down there to experience what it's like in pitch blackness. Now, that light that you see up here, that is the infrared light from the infrared cameras. So it's pitch black in there. There is no light unless you're using a flashlight. No flashlights were used. It's pitch black in there. And they wanted to see what they experienced. So let's roll this clip. Like I said, I was a part of it. That's me right there. Now, I'm going to pause real quick because you might have saw something go kind of right towards me or into me. I definitely felt the presence down there. And you're going to see what these ladies do. And I'll explain what happened in a moment. So I was down there to answer questions because there's no sound to this. But right there, you saw the lady jump for a moment. That jump was her hearing the sounds of these UCLA helmets, mini helmets on the back wall rattling. And you can see me looking in the direction where the rattling came because I saw the spirit. Of course, I didn't get startled because I've been there many times. I knew what was going on. But let's continue the clip. So they got up and they're like, yeah, we're out of here. And of course, me, I'm telling the spirits, thank you very much. That was awesome. And I left. So I'm not going to play any more of this clip, but that's just some of the stuff that you might see at this virtual Paracon and ghost investigation. But like I said, that was one of the videos that I was actually part of. All right, so now if you've ever been to the Oman House or you've seen it on one of the many paranormal TV shows that he's been on, you've seen the Beetlejuice figurines and everything like that. Well, in this video clip, there is, I think there's some sound to it, but you're going to notice a couple of these figurines fall over. Starting with the smoking man from Beetlejuice. And every once in a while, I think all three of these have fallen at once before, and sometimes it's just one, sometimes it's two. I've even seen the Gina Davis figurine fall over. And I'm going to explain as soon as these, there goes the smoking man. Nobody's in the room, of course. It's just a camera set up. And then you can see this Beetlejuice figurine right here fall over. Okay, maybe more than a second. And there it goes. So people think, okay, looking at those figurines, they're off balance. Things can knock them over. Well, I can tell you firsthand, David has played the drums on top of that aquarium, jumped up and down on the floor, no movement. Even pounding on the aquarium, no movement from these figurines. But yet, every once in a while, they get pushed over by spirits. Usually when people are ready to leave the ghost investigation tours, when those were going on in person. Now, with this virtual Paracon and ghost investigation, there will be people there. So, yes, these figurines might fall over. So I'm going to leave that right there, and we're going to get into the next clip. Okay, so in this next video, I was not personally a part of this. I think this was after a tour had gone on the night before, or it was just before a tour was about to, ghost investigation tour was about to happen. But, or it might have been during the week, I can't remember. But in this clip, I'm going to start kind of more than halfway through, because the first half of it, there ain't really nothing going on. But what you're looking at is the camera looking outside David Oman's home out into the drive on CLO Drive. And this is CLO Drive right here. So in a moment, I got queued up to where it's going to start, where you see this dark figure, misty figure, walk out the door, out into the middle of the drive here, and it's going to end with a car coming from the right to left as the figure disappears. So let's play this. All right, so if we pause it here, you see the darker mist, the figure, and I can guarantee you this is not a spider on the lens or anything like that. But if you kind of look, and I know I pronounce it wrong, but I believe it's Paradilia or something like that. Forgive me if I mess it up, but you see, sometimes you can see things that are not really there. But if you look closely at this figure, you can kind of make out like long hair, possibly the face, woman's face, body. It's kind of hard to see. You have to look closely. But could it be Sharon Tate's spirit walking out of David Oman's house? Quite possible. Could it be another spirit? Quite possible. But we're going to watch it. This dark Ms. figure walk out the door, out into the middle of the drive, and on the other side of this drive, there is a hill. And like I said, you're going to see a car come from the right to left to the end of the drive where Sharon Tate is, down at that end, or where her former home was before it got tore down. But we're going to continue playing the video here. Now you see it walking, kind of pause, stop, and then goes out into the street, and it kind of stops for a second and keeps going, and then you notice it disappears as a car was coming up. So let's play that again real quick and pause it right about here. Like I said, maybe it saw the car and decided to book it across the other side and disappear. Who knows? But I would love to hear your comments on any of these videos down in the comments down below. So tell me what you think that this might be. And let's get into the next video. Okay, so in this video, it's probably one of the strangest things I've ever witnessed at the Oman House. Now, I was upstairs monitoring all the cameras, so I did not see this happen until I got told about it, because, like I said, I was monitoring, I believe, 16 cameras. So I might have had one camera blown up to where I wasn't seeing all the other cameras. But I was constantly flipping through different camera views to see if I captured anything on camera. But the guy that you're about to see walk into the earthen wall room through this door here, he was on the tour, and after he experienced this, he came upstairs to the garage where I was monitoring the camera, told me what had happened, and a time frame of when it happened so I could go back and look at it. Because, yes, I could review the footage that had just happened. So in this video, like I said, you're going to see him walk in the door, come up to about right here. He's going to check it, stop, check his phone, and head back towards the door to close it. Now, if you see this white looking thing, and it's pitch black in there, you cannot see anything. The only light is from the 2C. How it looks light is because of the infrared lights on the camera. But this white looking thing here is, I believe, an 18-pound butcher block sitting on the TV. Now, it wasn't sitting too much over the edge, but if you knock it over, it's gonna, let's see, I think we can do this. If you see my table here, maybe it might have been sitting over that much, but a heavy butcher block, and I've tested this myself. I'll explain how I did it after this video. But you think if you hit it, it's going to go straight down like that, not the way it moves. So let's play the video and talk about it. All right, so you see the guy coming in with a backpack. Turns on his light because, like I said, it's pitch black in there. He looks around. He sees the doors open. So he starts walking that way, checks his phone for a second, and then he's going to head towards the door. Now look at where his backpack is compared to that butcher block. And watch the distance. There is no way that he knocked this over. And there was no way for it to get blown over. As he closed the door, it spun. It didn't fall directly. He didn't touch it, and the thing lifted and spun rather than go straight down. So I guarantee you, and there is nobody behind this wall, because if you see this little bit here, that's about how wide it is. And when this video was shot, there was all kinds of stuff there. No way nobody could be back there to do that. And he was down there alone. So I can tell you firsthand that nobody was there. Because I even played the video back even further just to make sure nobody went back there before he walked in to push it over. Now, you're going to see him take off outside the door like, yeah, I'm out of here. They got things falling at me. We're going to stop the video there. But like I said, that's an 18-pound butcher block that was sitting on the TV. Nobody to push it. And I'm going to leave the link for this video where you can watch the whole thing. But you're going to see nobody was down there. Now, after he came upstairs to tell me about this butcher block falling and everything like that, I went down there and I put the butcher block the way it was, as it was before. I pushed down on it just to see how much force it would take to knock that thing down. Now, of course, if you applied enough force, it would have fell straight down. But this thing lifted up and rotated and fell off. There was no way for that to happen. So, like I said, I went down there, I tested it myself. And I can guarantee you, it would have took a lot of force to do that. And if you saw somebody pushing it, you would have saw their hand, at least part of it, come out here. There was no hand. So this was one of the most interesting objects moving at the Oman House. Alright, so this next video, they're going to do a seance at this virtual Paracon and ghost investigation this weekend. And it's not going to be like this. You're not going to see all these people here or anything like that. They're not going to be that many people. If you see the person standing here, that's me with a walkie-talkie in my hand because we wanted to make sure we got the camera angle right. But we're going to play this video. And let's see if matter of fact, let's see if we can get to the REM pods going off at the same time. Okay, so let's start right about here.
That's good. All right. Do you want me? All right, I'll stay here then.
Okay, you want Dave to stay? You light up if you want him to stay?
I'm gonna sit down. If you don't want me to, I'll go back upstairs and hang on the inversion.
Yeah, now so you notice they notice the pods
By the way,
going off.
those calculating things is mine. Is
The
that
REM
one at
pods.
the end, I guess? The one's got the clear?
Yeah.
Lighten up briefly.
We'll close the fuse mine, and that one is.
And like I said, I was
I know, it's like we all gotta start writing our names on these, all of our equipment.
actually I think I went a little too far. Let's go back.
Please stop
Yeah.
for a second.
All of them,
I'm gonna leave
we're
the
going
fucking
off.
room if you don't.
you would think all this
Stop!
stuff
Calm
here
down, damn
would
it!
set them off, but it wasn't.
No goddamn hero speak
It was interacting with David Oman.
Now, before I go any further, do you want me to stay in the room, yes or no?
And of course, he asked the question, they don't go off.
You want him to stay
But
in the
if
room,
you
yeah?
think
Do you want me to stay in this room,
this
please? Give
equipment
me a
would
sign.
be sitting
I'm
off
going
out of
hysterical
those
for a
REM
second,
pods,
and I didn't mean to insult you. I just want
you
you
would
guys
think
to
they
chill
would
out
be setting them off completely.
a second.
So
I'm not
it's
good
not
at
much
learning Morse
of a
code.
seance
The
video,
camera looks good. The angle on this. That's good.
but
All right. Do you want me? All right, I'll stay here then.
Okay, you want Dave to stay?
like I said, you're gonna see a seance go on
I'm gonna sit down.
for this
If you don't want me to, I'll go
virtual
back upstairs and hang on the inversion.
Paracon and ghost investigation. So I'm gonna leave that here, and like I said, I'm gonna leave a link to this in the description. All the videos that I play, I'm gonna leave a link in the description along with David Oman's YouTube channel. So I got one more video that I want to play, and then I'm gonna bring the video to a close. Alright, so this is the last video I'm gonna play, and this is the theater room, the third floor where the seance usually happens and everything like that. And the night was over. My friend Steve Hembry, who was part of SRC Paranormal, which me, him, and one other guy founded before we all retired from the field. But he was cleaning up and making sure he was looking for a digital recorder that he loaned to somebody, I believe, and I don't think he ever found it. But he was making sure everything was closed up, making sure everything was off, all the lights, making sure there was no problems, nobody left behind. But you're going to notice him walk out of the earthen wall room back here, out into the theater room. And when he gets about right here, watch this area right here. Alright, so he's going to be coming out here in a second. Again, this is the end of the night after the ghost investigation tours. Alright, so, okay. If you didn't see it, watch this corner again if you were watching him. But he got about middle way. I thought he got here, but it was about middle way before he turned around and saw it. Now there is lights on here, just not too light. But let's get back to about right there. And you see him walk out. Watch right here. That just fell over with no wind, nobody around. As you can see, there's nobody around there. He's going to walk over it.
For the record, the UCLA ruin just fell off the wall. That's a first.
That's a UCLA teddy bear that
That's
just
not happened before.
fell for no reason. But
Whoever did
as the
that,
video says, first time for everything. So he picked it up,
my meter,
back up there,
show up, that'd be great.
kind of thanked the spirits, and kept looking for his digital recorder, making sure everything was off before heading on up. And of course, it never fell again, but that's something that you might see on this weekend's virtual Paracon and Ghost Investigation. So that's all the videos I'm going to play. Now let's talk about where you can get tickets for this event. Pick up a copy of David Oman's book, Ghost of Cielo Drive, The Afterlife of Sharon Tate and the Spirits of the Oman House, and possibly pick up this shirt, House at the End of the Drive, and this hat, House at the End of the Drive, if he has those still available. So let's get into where you can get those tickets and everything. All right, so if you go to the omanhouse.com, which I'm going to leave a link in the description down below, you're going to go to the website, omanhouse.com, click on tickets and schedule. That's where you can get your tickets for this event. You can view pictures and guest list, people that have been guests there. You can break out the merchandise such as this t-shirt and this hat and some other things there. Some recent videos. Chris Fleming, who is going to be there for this event. Some other people that have been there from Dearly, is Scott Michaels from Dearly Departed Tours. I've met him there, as well as some other people there. But if you go to the omanhouse.com, like I said, I'm going to leave a link in the description down below where you can click on that and get your tickets. They're only $10. $10 to stream this event live. Also, if you go to ghostofcielodrive.com, that's where you can pick up David Oman's book, Ghost of Cielo Drive, The Afterlife of Sharon Tate and the Spirit of the Oman House. It gives you a little bit about the book, his story. I don't think I was in that video, no. But you can see pictures and everything, and you can hear about David's account of living in one of the most, I believe, one of the most haunted homes in Southern California, if not in the U.S. So go to the omanhouse.com and pick up your tickets for this event this coming weekend, Friday and Saturday, for $10. And also, if you want to get David's book, go to ghostofcielodrive.com and pick up his book there. All right, so I'm going to leave that right there. So until next time, keep looking into the paranormal, and I shall see you. Good night.